Disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broadcasting beyond borders, the message of the truest tribe of coaching entrepreneurs and independent service providers from Life Coach Philippines. This is Coach Shaun for Integrate, now on our second season here at Think Talk Broadcast, the flagship community project of coaching Think Talk speakers from Life Coach Philippines and members of Coach A coaching community. I'll be back shortly with my guest, Nino Ramon Coronel from Binondo, Manila. Welcome to the live streaming of Integrate, airing every Saturday at 10:30 p.m. In this show, I want to help married men who are going through life transitions by helping them gain wisdom and knowledge from successful men who have navigated through adversity and turning it into opportunities, creating love and safety at home and also in their workplace. This show showcases the stories of men who took control of the driver's seat of their life by developing strategies and tactics, integrating their experiences, their talents, their skills, to model it that allows them to respond positively to emotions associated with adversity. You know, in everything that we do, in our work, and also in our life, we all experience adversity. I'm not exempted there. Everyone goes through that, either in your work, in your finances, in your relationship, in your marriage, in your business, and even in your disability. What I'm doing here is we're really helping you out, understand where you're at right now and how you can better improve and equip yourself to overcome adversity. And broadcasting beyond borders of Pasig City on 27th August in the year 2022. I am Life Coach Shaun. I am a professional certified life and mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. I am a Master Coach Apprentice of Master Coach A. I am a public speaker, a coaching entrepreneur, a mental model collector, a husband, a father, and a human being. And our mission here at Think Talk Broadcast is to get closer to our kindred and serve better the coaching tribe. What we envision is to be the go-to network for content that connects with the mind, with the heart, and the soul through the platform of life coaching. And by serving in the digital space, the change that I want to see is to stop generational trends. I want to stop that. I want to be able to help educate men through the lessons of adversity so that they are able to think better, feel better, and respond better. You know, as we journey along, I want to be able to equip men out there so that they don't experience the same experiences as their parents, you know, their grandparents, and other people in the space. My guest tonight has experienced multiple anxiety attacks due to stress at work. We all experience that. I've experienced that as well. So I'm looking forward to having a conversation with him tonight. He is the Senior Director for Training and Quality in the BPO industry, supporting different verticals. He is married to Ruth for 15 years now, and they are blessed with 3 children. Keisha, 15, Joseph, 8, and Kian, 6. Hopefully I'm able to pronounce that right. Let's welcome my guest for tonight, Nino Coronel. Nino!
Hey, Shaun. Good to see you, brother.
Nino. Good to see you. Thank you. Before we begin, I would like to appreciate you saying yes to my show. I'm looking forward and excited to what you will be sharing to my guest. You know, we're broadcasting here in Facebook and also in YouTube, and it's an honor for you to say yes to the stories that you will share. Nino, I always challenge my guest here because one of the things that we're used to in the corporate world, diba, when you're asked to be introduced, to introduce yourself to clients, to other departments, to new projects, and so on. Common, di ba, yung introduction natin is yung pangalan mo, how many years in the industry, what you do, and so on and so forth. And medyo ano na, parang common na yan. Di ba?
Yeah.
Sabi nga, gasgas na yan. Nino, I want to challenge you. I want you to introduce yourself. Yan. Hindi corporate to ah. I want you to introduce yourself to a 5-year-old child or a 5-year-old kid.
All right. That's a good challenge. So, hello everyone. Hello every 5-year-old kid out there. My name is Nino, and um, I'm a dad of three. I'm a very loving guy. I love playing a lot. Love playing with my kids. Sometimes we do get a little busy at work, but we love life. We love our brothers out there, and it's always good to learn something new every day.
Yeah. Beautiful. I like what you said. It's always good to learn something new every day. Nino, you've been married for 15 years, you have kids and so on. What's the best learning when you became a father? Ano yung pinaka-greatest learning that you have?
Well, I guess Sean, being a dad and a husband, or being a family man, tells us that there's anything and everything in this world we can overcome. Like what you've mentioned in your introduction, there's a lot of adversity, there's a lot of challenges in the workplace, but it kind of takes me into what is the true meaning of doing what we do. That is, being a dad and a husband, gives me the direction, right?
Wow.
The only good thing a person can bring with himself in this life is a purpose, right? Why do we do what we do? And it's good to wake up in the morning knowing that everything that you do throughout the day is for your family.
I love that. I love what you said, that what we're doing is for a purpose. Kasi minsan, di ba Nino, you shared a while ago that sometimes it can be busy in the workplace, that tayo naman mga tatay, no? And for dads out there, if you, share in the comment out there, what we do, are the sacrifices, pawis, puyat, lahat yan is for our children, for our family, di ba? But at times, because of the business, the hustle and bustles of the work that we have, we tend to lose time, di ba,
Yeah.
for our children. Nino, 15 years of marriage and you have children. Your eldest is 15 years old as well. Going through this, paano mo siya nina-navigate? Especially, I would think that when you started your career, syempre, hindi ka pa naman senior director back then, di ba? When you had a family, when you have a child, how did you navigate through this to become the person that you are today? Paano ba yung journey mong yan up until today?
Yeah. So I guess that's a very key transition to doing what I do today. When I was starting out, that was the time that when my eldest daughter came in, and I had to make a decision in terms of supporting my family. So I entered the BPO. So just like anybody else, I started out as an agent. Right, those were fun times. But I was a very
Yeah.
young dad, and I was assigned in the night shift, and
Mm.
I did that for several years. Kaya lang, it's being in the night shift is not normal for people. So I would sleep in the morning, I'd wake up in the afternoon, play with my kid for a while, and then go to work. What I
Yeah.
realized on the first few years was that I lost the very significant 3 years of my daughter's life, of her
Yeah.
growth, of her development. She kind of grew up mostly with my wife, with my in-laws, with my relatives. So that kind of struck me, and it told me that this cannot be the case. We always tell ourselves that the reason why we work is for our family. The reason why we strive hard is for our family. But if in doing so we lose the time that we can never bring back, we lose the formative years of our children, then I think there's an opportunity for us to rethink our strategies, no? It's all that's one thing that I learned, how to allocate and how to prioritize. How can I really tell myself that my family is my priority if all my time is in work, right? So kaya naman. We just had to, we just had to come up with a schedule, come up with
Yeah.
a rigor, right? So yeah.
Yun yung ano, no? The biggest challenge always for men and those who are continuing to, kasi hindi naman tayo nag-start ninyo into a space in which well-off tayo, no? Na everything is supported. I mean, for us men naman, we continue to put in our effort, our time to create the kind of, life for our children, a lifestyle, a safe environment and a loving environment. Pero yun nga kasi, minsan na we lose sight of, they call it balance, but the reality is you can't really balance the two because sometimes the other is high demanding, sometimes the other has a different demand, and you need to be able to find ways for you to integrate this. Uh, Ninyo going through starting as a man, di ba? With a family, 3 years, no? Na you lose sight and hindi mo nakita yung lumaki yung daughter mo. I can connect with you. Ganun din yung challenge ko. Ano yung thought process? What was the thought process with that to say na, teka lang, I need to recalibrate and I will decide to finally, di ba, put the time or intentionally put the time to be with my children, to be with my wife, to be with my family, and I can see them grow as I grow in the process. Paano ba yung thought process nun?
Sean, I think the biggest contributor to, that shaped me and my family and our decisions, our direction. Uh, I was very lucky to have a very supportive wife. She would understand that, when we were starting out, alam mo yun, matutong mamaluktot pag may kliyang kumot. She didn't have any problems with that while as we were developing our family. But another thing that I got from her was the support. Really, she supported my career decisions. She understood that we were doing this for the family. When we had children, we decided that she would stop muna from work and she would be
Yeah,
a full-time mom. And we know that, as men, like what you referred to, that's always a big decision. If you're converting into a single earning capacity for your family, then that's a very significant decision. But my
correct.
wife has always been very supportive of my growth, also in the business. I remember, you know this, we were together while we were growing up in the industry. Every time I would get a promotion, I would always tell my wife that, wala ka munang pakinabang sa akin for the next 6 months, right? So,
Yeah,
uh, and you know, in the times that I would get disheartened, in the times that I would be challenged, it becomes difficult. The wife would always be there to push me on and tell me that, yeah, you can do this. This is
yeah,
something that is not rocket science, and so you know by having that partnership, it allowed me to become, you know, uh, more focused in that direction. Sometimes when I, get lost, shall I say,
yeah,
di ba? Yung sobrang you're into the work.
yeah,
I would always come home to a welcoming home, a loving home that would remind me, that would keep me back, that would get me back, right?
yeah.
And put me back to my bearings, I guess.
Mm-mm. Yeah, yeah. I like what you said. The in every success of a man is a woman, di ba? Especially if you're married, no? A critical aspect in there in a married life, and especially you have kids and you're starting your career. Yeah, and for those of you who's joining us, maybe you're someone who's going through that tough time already, where you're starting your career, you're married, you have kids, and you're thinking about, okay, how do I navigate through it? Because yun talaga yung ano na ninyo, time, di ba? time that you invest in your career, especially when you're starting, no? Yung value ng support ng asawa, yung critical. Sabi ko nga yan that kung titingnan naman natin in the Bible, di ba, your spouse needs to be a suitable helper. A suitable helper to support you when things are doing well, when things are going south, where things are crumbling down, when everything, di ba, you need to be able to navigate it. You would be able to put yourself in a straight path for you to move forward. Nino, in your marriage, what's the toughest part of being a husband?
That's toughest part probably, wanting to be always there, I guess. Parang napaisip ako dun, Sean. But, alam mo yun, I think in every marriage, there's always a lot of difficulties if you decided to be.
Yeah.
That is something that I've learned when we were growing up as a couple. And that's always something that I would share to my friends that are new into marriage. Sabi nila from a psychological standpoint, di ba? Sabi nila yung familiarity breeds contempt. Parang pagka magka-boyfriend, girlfriend, everything is nice and dandy. Pero pagka nagpakasal na kayo, it's very different. So the first few years, you find out things that you've never seen in that person, right? And it becomes so magnified that even the smallest things might blow up into an argument or something big, right? But
Yeah.
I think always remembering on why you are together, always remembering that good person that you fell in love with, always going back to that has kept us together. Also, I wouldn't say I'm a very religious person, but we always put God in the center of our family. Um, you know, uh, it never goes wrong if you yun nga, di ba? Sabi natin, what is our purpose? We put God as the center of our purpose as well, not just for myself. And I'm very lucky that my whole family also, is a praying family. It's a serving family. We are, we are very thankful for all the blessings that we get, tangible and intangible. So I think by doing so, nawala yung question mo, Sean, yung what is the most difficult thing of being a father? It becomes a very joyous experience. It becomes a very, honorable privilege for us to be given, a family to take care of. It's the source of our joy and pride.
Yeah. Maganda yung sinabi mo, Nino, kasi yung sustainability kasi, ito talaga yung when going through becoming first a husband, syempre. Well, first becoming a man, then a husband, then a father, di ba? Yung transition between those is one of the things that we're constantly navigating through. Now, who do you need to be to have a successful marriage, di ba? Who do you need to be as a man to have a successful marriage and a successful way of parenting? Challenges at times, and I like how you emphasize na minsan kasi when you say it's tough because you're able to get that joy eh. And kanina nga when we started, yung learning kasi yung importante eh. Na you're able to navigate through life and you're able to understand, teka lang, ito parang dito may opportunity, dito nakikita ko, pero it's a joyful experience. And I'm emphasizing that because for men out there, no, if you're going through tough times with your wife, minsan talaga ninyo may mga minsan conversations tayo na nakaka-trigger, di ba? Nakakagalit. Pero isipin mo naman, bakit ka naman naaway ng asawa mo, di ba? Kaya pag-usapan because mahal ka, di ba? Sabi mo nga kanina, pag nung mag-boyfriend, girlfriend, parang matino kayo tapos biglang pa nag-asawa, bakit parang nag-iba yung mundo
Diba?
mo? Hindi mo naiintindihan,
Oo.
di ba? But that's the beautiful thing about it because you finally understand that, hey, there's still an opportunity for you to improve, work on, develop, which you are able to do so kasi nakikita mo yung joy eh. And for the man out there, if you're going through some tough times and you feel na tama ba yung decision kong pakasalawan yung asawa ko? Tama ba yung decision na magstay ko? You know, go back to the first time that you met the person because you see the good side, di ba? Sabi nga ninyo, the good side of the person and keep that while developing, of course, doing better, responding better, and the not so great things about your spouse or the great things about your conversation. Nino, you know, the establishment, naniniwala ako na yung foundation ng mag-asawa is where how you will raise your children. Kasi kung who you are as a father and who your wife is as a mother, when you combine that, of course, that's how you will, you know, raise your children. There will be some differences in your relationship, in your marriage, in your communication, interaction. Paano mo nyo ina-navigate to? Like you as a head of a family, you leading the family, plus you leading a team of people na iba-iba din. How are you utilizing this learning so that when you are teaching your children, tatlo na sila, no? Teaching your children, that you raise them in a way na they have the values that you would want them to grow. Paano mo nina-navigate yan? Kasi minsan, nare-receive din ng mga anak natin yung hindi magaganda and also
That's
yung
true.
magaganda eh. Di ba? Pero minsan yung mga unintentional na hindi magaganda nakukuha din eh.
That's true.
When you see that as an opportunity, how do you navigate through that? Paano mo ina-adjust, nire-refine, fine tune siya?
Yeah. I think it all starts with genuine respect, Sean, right? So if you respect your wife, you know, the differences do not become something that puts a wedge in between your relationship. You already accept the fact that you will never be the same two people. My wife and I don't agree on music. We don't like the same food. There's, you know, you know, I'm very much into sports. She's more into the arts. Um, the I like going out with people. I like hanging out with a lot of friends. She's very secluded and, you know, introverted. Hindi naman introvert, pero within, you know, just with mostly her family, right? There's a lot of differences. If you focus on those differences, you could name a lot, right? But it's a decision to focus on the things that you have in common with each other.
Yeah.
That's one, and celebrate those things. Really, if you take a look at, you know, yun yung ano eh, kadalasang nagiging reason for married couples to just, you know, call it quits, right? That's very
Part
sad.
ways.
No? So ako nalulungkot ako if I learn of people or friends that their marriage did not work, especially if they have kids. No, it's very heartbreaking for me. Sometimes I try to talk to those people, but yun, going back to respect that, you know, that she is her own beautiful, unique person. Second is, you know, by being genuine to the wife, it actually shows my children how they should be treated as well, right?
Yeah.
Sabi nga nila, you know, respect begets respect.
Yeah.
You don't demand respect from your children, you earn it. Especially today, no? The kids today are very observant. They're very talino na mga. Di
Intelligent.
ba? Yung panahon natin, pag sinabi lang ng tatay mo na umupo ka dyan, di ba? Upo ka lang until he tells you to stand up, right? But today, you tell your kid to do something, you have to explain it to them why, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess uh, I try to show, minsan hindi naman intentional, no? I show them through respect and through love, and that's something that seems to be, it gets into them. They feel it, they learn it. You know, tandaan ko pare, no, when I was younger, my lola, I have this lola that carried my young kid. It was a toddler, and she told me, etong batang ito, mabuti kasi nakakaramdam siya ng pagmamahal. And that's something that actually struck me. Di ba?
Yeah.
She saw that in the kid. Now, sometimes, if you take a look at I live in a place na pare na hindi kami Ayala Alabang beef. Kami, Alabang Village kami pare. Pero, you see a lot of kids on the streets
Yeah.
and even, displaying untoward behavior. Pero pag
Mm.
tinignan mo kasi these people or these young people, they just never felt the care or the respect as a human person. So siguro, having kids actually opened my eyes to children outside of my family also.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand that these children are a fruit or a result of their environment. So you try to
Yeah.
give them, as much as you can, right? I give my kids the most in terms of, the love, the attention. Pero syempre, the discipline, hindi
Yeah.
naman pwedeng bigay mo sa kanila lahat, right?
Agree.
But, you know, so show them how it is to respect. They will they will respect themselves. They would learn how to treat other people, and they would also learn how they should be treated. Yun yung ano eh. Parang napanood ko yun sa mga pelikula na di ba? The way you treat your wife teaches your daughter how they should be treated by their future husband, right?
Yeah.
So kung
Wonderful.
yung, di ba, kung ikaw medyo pinagsasalitaan mo yung asawa mo or hindi mo siya masyadong, alam mo, pinapamper,
Yeah.
yun yung magiging mentality nila na, ganito lang pala ang babae. Di ba?
Agree.
And there was this one time na very recently lang, very candidly, my eldest daughter, Keisha, she's 15. Naghaharutan kami ng mami niya. Mahilig kong bulahin yung asawa ko. And then out of nowhere, pare, she told me, Dad, buti ka pa, no? Sabi niya, kahit matanda ka na. And then, nagulat siya nung sinabi. I mean, kahit matagal na kayo ni mom, na parang you still show her affection.
Yeah.
Diba? Tapos ako parang, okay. So, na-observe mo pala yun. Nakikita mo pala. Right? So, it made me more conscious. Not to be fake naman and all, di ba? Pero parang,
Of course.
like what you've said, we have to be very careful in front of our children. Di ba? Kasi pare, hindi lang naman yung mabubuti yung nakikita nila sa akin. Pati yung mga negative
Even
behavior.
magaganda.
Oo, di ba? They are in full view of my children.
Yeah.
So we have to be very careful.
Agree. And yung kasi ng emphasis na, I want to emphasize what you said, Nino, no? For all of the fathers, and even for the wives na manonood dito, what our children learns from us, as most often than not, are the things that we don't teach. Yung hindi natin tinuturo. And when I say that, yung mga behaviors mo, in the way that you're conversing, the way that you're treating your spouse, the way that you're treating your husband, your wife, and other people, and even your parents, the way that you treat your parents is how your children will mirror. Kasi minsan naisipin mo, saan mo ba nakuha yung ugaling yan, di ba? Tapos, syempre, in denial ka pa naman, di ba? Kasi hindi mo naman ginagawa, tinuturo. But what our children see is what they mirror. It's not what you say that they mirror. It's what they see in us. And that's why the emphasis, yung sinasabi ni Nino, na to be intentional about the behaviors that you do. Kasi, ang ganda ng example ng daughter mo na kita niya and how intelligent the generations are today and how they are speaking. shows that they are observant. Hindi tulad natin doon, ninyo, pag sinabihan nga, sabi mo, tumahimik ka dyan, tumahimik ka dyan. Huwag
Diba?
kang dumadaan dyan kasi papaluin ka, chichanelasin ka, di ba? Or wawalisin ka.
Correct.
These are the things that's happening. Ninyo, of course, going through that, hindi naman, kumbaga, yung stories mo to, you went through this and this is who you are, no? That you're able to have that wisdom, that knowledge. But of course, prior to that, may mga pinagdaanan ka pa. You've experienced challenges, you've experienced adversity that made you the person who you are when you got married and you had a kid. We're gonna take a short break, no? But I would want for you to take a look at prior to you being the person that you were 15 years ago, no? What was the biggest challenge that you have to go through, in the work that you're doing and also in the relationship that you have? And one of the things that you've shared to me, yung stressor mo nga and the anxiety that you experiences in the work that you do. Lahat yan may pinanggagalingan at you navigate through that. Share to us your experience in there and how you went through that. Kasi madaming taong nakaka-experience ng anxiety. No? Hindi ako exempted dyan. I experienced that too.
Oh, yeah.
Madali lang tayo mag-carry, di ba ninyo? Nakakaya natin. But it's a challenging thing for you to overcome that and manage it because one, either it will help you, be a better person, or two, it will put you in a space in which hindi siya komportable. But of course, we'll take a short break and Nino will share with you that. Well, wag kayong bibitaw, dyan lang kayo. Of course, uminom muna kayo na kung anong, we can get some water in there. We're super excited to what Nino will share later on how he's able to navigate through, this anxiety and how he's able to become the man, the father, and the husband he is today. Okay? We'll be back shortly.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.
We are back for the second part of the fourth episode of Season 2 of Integrate, brought to you by Di Kapkape Republic, the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines, and our home as professional certified CACC life coaches. Meet our coaching tribe at Di Kapkape Republic, located at Pioneer Center Compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Streets here in Capitolio, Pasig City. You may come for dine-in or visit for coaching services. That's at 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's our hours of operation. And we're open on a Saturday to Thursday. For Friday, we are closed, and we're also going to be closed on today on a Saturday. We'll be back our operation on a Sunday. You may also join the community nights event happening daily from 7:30 p.m. onwards every Sunday. Yan, for tomorrow, I'm going to teach about, it's going to be Comfy Sundays for Life, where I teach about creativity. You know, I've learned that for you to be able to overcome adversity, you need creativity. Yan. So I'm teaching you creativity. I've learned this, been in the corporate world, in the BPO industry for more than 14 years now, and I learned how to value creativity in the workplace. And I'm not talking about creativity as what you know of in this world, right? That the creativity is something of an artist, that you need to paint, you need to draw, you need to dance, you need to sing, what have you. I'm breaking that, because creativity is something that you constantly do every single day, either in your work and also in your life. And if you feel that it's not something that you're doing constantly, I'm going to teach you there every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Nurturing Monday happens every Monday. Walk along with Coach Tin. If you are someone who needs support in your relationship, and I talk about relationship, I'm not just talking about your relationship with your spouse, your children, your parents. I'm talking about the relationship with yourself, because the way that you see yourself is how you build relationship. And the more that you gain confidence in who you are as an individual, and you regain that you back, it allows you to have a thriving relationship. So every Monday, that's going to be with my better half, Coach Tin, where she teaches about relationship. Now, if you need some support in your habits, if you are someone who wants to break an unhealthy habit and create a healthy habit, Groove Tuesday, it's all about habits with Master Coach Asmin, as he teaches you how you can start creating new habits. You know, it's difficult to break habits. I tell you, it's much faster for you to create new habits. And this is something that you can be equipped to learn how you can do that. Purpose Wednesday, away on a day with Coach Rizal, every Wednesday for people who are currently losing hope, losing sight, losing their true north on where they're going. Keep you directed. You know, you're not sure how you keep yourself directed. Sabi nga ni Nino kanina, na the way that he's always been supported to how he's directing himself towards the goal is his wife. Now, if you are someone who doesn't have a partner yet, and you're trying to figure out to navigate through life, have a conversation with Coach Rizal every Wednesday. Now, every Thursday is Coaching for the Soul. If you are someone who wants to reignite your passion, your heart, your emotions, your soul, and really put that fire in the heart, join us every Thursday, Strengthening Thursday with Master Coach A. I've been attending this for the last 4 years. I tell you, it's a powerful feeling. And I'm able also to bring my children in here to have some learning experience. You know, what's the fruit of me investing in this face-to-face session on a Thursday? Is I have my children speaking with me, opening up the things that they don't open up before, you know, having their own little world, that they're starting to share that. And that is a powerful thing, powerful experience that we're doing. Have a conversation with Master Coach A every Thursday. And for those who wants to sing, want to dance, want to have some spoken word, you want to just share your heart and soul in there, Fab Saturdays open mic with Coach Orville, you know, have some singing and laughing with us every Saturday. That's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Our coaching hub is also an events place and a venue for choice of face-to-face classes. We have training and private functions as well. If you want to conduct your team meeting in here, if you want to conduct a team building activity that's, you know, private and intimate, you know, connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 for inquiry and reservation. Now, if you are one person who desires to experience transformation in the areas of your health, wealth, and relationship. I invite you to join us in the Be Learning Society as one of the mental model collectors with full access pass to the Mental Model Masterclass of Master Coach A. This is exclusive for the Be Learning Society members only. And next month, as our masterclass will be Wisdom Wheel Mental Model. Save the date. That's going to be on September 30th on a Friday at 7:30 p.m. Master Coach A will talk about the method for solving problems that uses humanity's collective wisdom instead of relying solely on our own thinking, on trial and error. And Nino have shared this a while ago on constantly evolving and learning and getting better in responding to our day-to-day challenges and the adversities in life. And this will equip you further on how you will be intentional of the result that you're doing. In this Mental Model Masterclass, you will learn how to leverage on collective wisdom so that you can stay healthy and mentally fit. And one of the things that we're talking about today is anxiety, which is, if you're not able to navigate through it and overcome, it's going to be a challenge for you. So have a conversation with us. Be Learning Society is the tent maker of the Be Learning Homes for Mental Fitness. On top of what you will receive, which is the Mental Model Masterclass, you also get a discount in Decap Coffee Republic for food and beverage. And you also get a 90-minute free coaching session from Life Coach Philippines. And I tell you, I've been learning this for a year now, and it's empowering me, equipping me to manage my mental health challenges. And that's going to be a powerful thing. Think Talk Broadcast is powered by Rise Up Creative Worldwide, the social commerce turnkey solution provider that helps entrepreneurs and business owners to leverage the power of content marketing to provide value, improve engagement, and also increase revenue with just the investment of 5 minutes every single day. This one is I tell you, it's a breath of fresh air for me. Visit www.riseupcreative.com to learn the benefits of a lifetime members like me and discover how you can rise up and be creative in your online business. If you are having challenges what to post, this one will help you out. In just 5 minutes, you'll be done. All right? Let's welcome back Nino in the screen. Nino, thank you. Hopefully, you're able to hydrate in there. Yan, nakapaghinga-hinga na.
Yep.
Nino, before we begin and we go back to what I've shared a while ago about overcoming some of the anxiety experience that you have, we'll do a little game. I call this the 7 rapid fire question. I'm gonna ask you 7 questions lang. Walang tama o mali dito. Let's just enjoy the time, enjoy the night. Also with everyone who's joining us. And for those of you who's joining, if you want to answer, you are free to answer as well. Just put that in the comment section below. Let's just enjoy the space. Okay, Nino, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, sige. First question. If the people in your life were asked to describe you in just one word, Ryan, what word would they choose?
Funny.
Funny. Yan. Question number 2. What's the best compliment that you've gotten?
That I am a good
Wag
man.
good looking Take ka na yun.
Oh, wala. Wala pa naman nagsabi. Probably a good man. That's
man.
probably from someone that you would not expect it from. That's something that would stick.
Okay. Hopefully he's still there. Are you still there, Nino? All right. So we're just waiting for Nino, having some internet. Yeah. Are you back? Good?
Yeah, I am here.
Yan. Good man. Okay. Ako pala yung nawawala. Okay, sige. Hopefully this one would help out. Question number 3. Yan. What is the most artistic activity you have done?
Naku. Like what I've shared kanina, no? The artist is on the wife's side. The most artistic probably is raising beautiful children is very complex in itself.
Parang gusto kong pag-usapan yan in the future ninyo. Paano ba yan? Question number 4. What motivates or inspires you on top of your family?
Jesus. He gives me all the purpose that I need in this world.
Yan, ang ganda yan. Question number 5. How do you relax when you are stressed?
I always run to my wife and my kids. So pagka na-stress ako, usually work di ba? Pero lately, kahit hindi na work, marami ng stressors eh. I always run and get lost in with my kids. Talagang nakakawala ng pagod. Yung the laughter, the stories, just time being with my wife and kids really is my only stress reliever today.
Beautiful. Question number 6, if there is one habit that you want to develop, one habit lang, what would the habit be?
Uh, you know, I guess consistency in what we do. No, there's a lot of stuff that we have to do in work and at home. Sometimes we get pulled into a lot of different directions. We get pulled into a lot of different activities, but
Yeah.
as a result of that, minsan nawawala yung mga ibang dapat nating ginagawa. Or you start something that you don't see it through until the end, right? And then, you know, consistency probably is, something that would benefit me.
Beautiful. Consistency. Question number 7, the last question. What is your one big goal when you reach 60 years old?
Well, for me, to be able to tell myself and my God that I have lived a full life, that I have done everything in my power, because pare, sometimes, I don't know, I think this is the old man in me speaking, that, time is something that we will not have infinite. So at
Yeah.
the end of the day, there will always be an accounting. I would want to tell myself, kahit sa office na, I don't require or I don't go after the accolade or you're not looking for the awards. Only be able to sleep well at night, telling yourself that, you did your best. And, by doing so, you become a role model to your, not just your kids, but probably, people from the office. They see you as a real person. Many of us are leaders in our own ways in the office, right? So we have people that rely on us, that look up to us. I would want for them to say na etong tao na to okay to, right?
Yeah.
That we are able to share to them some of our values, to share to them, to be able to help them grow like what you are doing today, to help all the other men out there, men and women that might be going through the struggles that we have gone through.
Yeah.
Our experiences would be golden if we use them as lessons, not just for ourselves, but for other people to learn from as well.
Agree.
So by the time that I turn 60, 70, 80, or by the time that I kick the bucket or turn in, all I hope is for me to be able to tell myself and my God that, I did everything that, I tried to follow you. I tried to do my best in every minute, every day of the life that you have given me.
Beautiful. Um, is, ang ano ko nga dyan, ninyo, no, na at the end of the day, what's the only thing that doesn't separate us from the rich, the poor, and those, in the middle class is time. We always have, every one of us have 24 hours in a day. So make it count. Fulfill your mission. Kung hindi pa clear yung mission mo, tara, mag-usap tayo para matulungan ka namin. All right?
Correct.
Nino, maraming salamat. That is the rapid fire question. Thank you very much. I enjoyed this conversation with you. Before we take a break, I've asked you, because one of the biggest things that you shared to me, yung challenge mo, and we'll take this a little bit seriously, no? On the anxiety that you've experienced going through and navigating through life. Lahat naman tayo may pinagdadaanan, no? I just want to emphasize for the men out there, if you feel na pag may na-experience ka na parang hindi manly, you're not alone. you know. Minsan nagda-doubt ka pa ninyo, no, na parang hindi naman totoo, parang dapat hindi ko na-experience so ito and so on. But the reality is whatever you're experiencing, it's true. And Nino has a great story on how is experiencing anxiety attacks and how he's able to navigate through it. Nino, walk through us through here and just allow the audience to reflect na hindi sila nag-iisa, na meron ding lalaki na may pinagdadaanan din yan. Kasi maganda yung kwento mo. Go ahead, Ninyo.
All right. So, when I was a young manager, no, I had this boss. He was a very good mentor, and he was a very good friend. Kilala mo rin to, tropa natin to eh. He was very instrumental in my growth in our company. He trusted me a lot, and he showed me a lot of the tips and tricks within the business, within the industry. Pero just like many others, to whom much is given, much is expected from. So as a young leader, really, I was high performing, binigyan ako ng maraming programs, maraming trabaho, right? And then eventually the work piled up, and I started failing. I started missing out on tasks. I missed out on client requirements, client responses. And it came to a point that I wouldn't say hostile environment, no, pero parang ang bigat na ng pakiramdam and all. So I made a decision that I don't think that this job is for me. I was an assistant manager back then. I was an assistant training manager. So I gave my resignation. So I remember he came into my office 7:00 in the morning. So this guy, Neo, is his name. So Neo went into my office 7:00 in the morning, and then he said, "Tara, kape tayo." "Sir, give me just a second. I'm just typing something." Sabi niya, "Oh, started the day and you're hard at work." No, give me a second. Then I hit on the enter button in my computer, and then it started printing. The printer started. Sabi niya, "Ano ba yan?" Just give me a second. So I took up the 3 copies of the paper, and then I signed all of them. And then I gave it to him. "Sir, this is my resignation letter. I'm tendering my resignation." "Oh, ano nangyari, pare? Oh, what happened?" "So tara, kape tayo." And then we talked about it. And then so I told him that it was difficult. I told him that I've been failing on a lot of the stuff. What he told me was, sometimes, and this stuck to me, right? Sometimes as leaders, we focus a lot on our failures for the last few months, that we tend to forget all of the good stuff that we have done for the last few years. Alam mo yan, minsan you get into a slump di ba? And then you tend to forget that you are more than your failures. You are bigger than your failures. So, sige, I retracted my resignation, but we tried some strategies in terms of how I was being supported, but it was a lot different back then. We had to be very independent. People back then were, we did a lot more. It came to a point really na, alam mo yun, yung sinasabi nila na huwag ka mag-uwi ng problema ng work sa bahay. Di ba, no? But sometimes it can't be helped. So, minsan, I find myself na, nagigising ako sa madaling araw, and I would check my phone or emails, and I would remember things that I should have done that I failed to do sa work. Di ba? There wasn't really, the peace was gone. The problem at work got to me even at home. Di ba? Umabot na sa bahay. The quality time that I had with my wife and my kids were already being affected because I was always thinking of work, and I would not get good sleep. So yun. And I went back to my boss, Neo, one more time, and I told him, Neo, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I really can't. I this is not for me. And then this is something that's very significant. He gave me 2 weeks off. Sabi niya, pare, go home, go to your wife, go to your kids, do your daddy duties. We won't call you. Don't call us. Um, Go rest,
Yeah.
because really it's an acknowledgement that the we are really so stressed,
Yeah.
right? So I got 2 weeks off. Ang ginagawa ko nun, Sean, was I bring my kid to school. I go home. Um, I bring her lunch, and then I go home, and then I pick her up in the afternoon. Yung tatay na tatay. Minsan nakahihintay lang ako sa labas ng school.
Mm.
And then that gave me enough time to really think,
Yeah.
and more importantly, pray,
Yeah.
right? In terms of, Lord, ano ba yung gusto mo para sa akin? Because
Mm.
at that time I was really lost, right? I tried to find solace, I tried to find inspiration, I tried to find directions from a lot of different sources. I tried searching for new jobs, I tried searching for new opportunities, businesses and all, but nothing really stuck with me. Nothing really came as the solution or the answer. And
Right.
then after 2 weeks, parang I came to my senses that, all right, I will go back to work, and this time I will not let the work defeat me.
Yeah.
Right? I was an assistant manager back then. The work did not really get easy, but you know, it uh, it gave me that renewed um, purpose. Yun nga yung sinasabi natin kanina, di ba? We don't live to work,
Yeah.
right? So we live for our family, and work is just a means of sustaining that. Pangalawa is, I live by this mantra, no? People kasi, they have a lot of problems at work. When we get into problems, andun yung stress, ang taas ng stress level, pare, di ba?
Correct.
What I always share to my people is that a problem is a situation that has a solution.
Yeah.
If it does not have a solution, then it's not a problem. It's called a statement of fact. And you're gonna have to accept it, di ba? Parang
Correct.
di ba, debt and taxes, parang walang
Mm.
solution dyan. You're just gonna have to accept it, right? But
Correct.
for those valid problems, all you have to do is to find the answer. And a lot of the
Yeah.
time, the reason why it's stressful for many of the leaders out there is because they don't know the answer yet, or they haven't experienced it yet. So they don't know. As we try to teach them and we try to show them, and they experience more of life's challenges, then they get more answers.
Yeah.
Problem, solution, tapos. Di
Yeah.
ba? And another problem comes up, you know the answer to it, give the answer, provide a solution, then it's done. I think that's very
Agree.
significant today, no, coming out of the pandemic.
Mm.
You of all people would know this, that there's a lot of mental health challenges out there that
Yeah.
might be springing not just from home but also from the office.
Agree.
Iba yung naging experience natin, and
Mm-mm.
it has affected a lot of the people. So I guess what kept me through all of those tough times was, again, the purpose. The
Yeah.
purpose that, the reason why we have to adapt, the reason why we have to be strong, you know, the reason why we are happy.
True. And yung kasi yung emphasis, no, and I like what you said, na hindi naman kasi yan diretso, no? It's not a straight line on which you know everything. At reality is you don't know everything. Di ba? That's how life works. And I like what you said on the emphasis na may mga problema yan, may solusyon. At yeah, maybe you don't know it yet. Pero yun nga yung beautiful thing about it, because when you're put in the state in which you need to overcome an adversity, you see the opportunities. I want to emphasize what you've shared, Nino, on your experience na that situation allowed you to stop and reflect. Because for us men, yun yung challenge natin kung paano huminto. Di ba? We're so focused on the goal that we have, the dreams that we have, we want to achieve, that we fail to stop. Di ba? Parang how can you think if you can't stop? And kudos to Neo. Neo, by the way, is my first guest in season 2 here. And kudos to
Talaga.
him because nakita niya na kailangan there's a need for you to stop. And for the leaders out there, for the men out there na yung feeling mo na pag huminto ka, it's a sign of weakness. I tell you, sabi nga ninyo, Brad, it's a strength because you are saying, you're raising your hands that, hey, I need help, I need support. I can only do so much, di ba? As an individual. And that takes courage ninyo to say, Brad, hindi ko na kaya. Kailangan ko ito. Pero yun nga, yung default kasi natin, magre-resign na lang ako. Rather than saying, hey, I need help, I need a breather. We need to start shifting our language kasi, the people in there, the CEOs, the VPs, the EVPs in there, they've gone through a lot of tough times as well. Pero what differentiates them is they choose to raise their hand and say, I need help, I need support. Maybe the language is different, but it's still, I need help. Kaya pag may nag-send sa inyo ng resignation letter, huwag niyong pagalitan. Tulungan nyo. Tulungan nyo because that is a call for help. For men, resignation letter is, I need help. Help me. But this is the only language that I can use right now that would at least allow you to understand. But for the men, huwag na kayong dumating doon. Stop. Make a reflection. Nino shared 2 weeks allowed me to reflect and finding solutions, reaching out to people, investing on yourself and learning, appreciating where you're at right now and making the decision to move forward. Kasi yun naman yun Kaya naman. You can still change, you can do something. And, if you're gonna watch this on a replay in the future, keep that into heart. May tinuro sa amin ng guro ko, si Master Coach na mental model called Goal Achievement Mental Model. Kasi usually, di ba ninyo, ang promotion kasi ladder, di ba? But the reality is, it's not a straight ladder that you go up. You go up, you go back, you go around, turn, and so on and so forth. Lahat ganyan yan. It means it's a process, it's a journey. But basta clear ka, sabi nga ninyo kanila, purpose, clear ka sa purpose mo and you know the direction is, then you're gonna be there. But of course, there will be times that you 1 step forward, 2 steps back, or sometimes you get a reverse U-turn. Lahat yan, pagdadaanan mo, but that's totally fine. Because afterwards, when you overcome that adversity, you become a better person. And, Nino is one of the something that you can follow. He's a senior director now, and he's really getting that benefit as well of taking care of the family. Nino, my show is called Integrate. If you think about the word integrate, what comes to mind for you? How do you define it?
I guess it's coming together to become something bigger, something better.
Something bigger, something better. We can all become something bigger and something better. Kaya yan. Pero yun nga, stop and raise your hand. Nino, thank you very much. It's been an hour already. I think if the show would last 2 to 3 hours, baka madami pa tayong pag-uusapan. No? But I'm super, super thankful. Thank you for the vulnerability. Thank you for sharing your stories. My heart really is to be able to allow people to find a space in which pwede naman pala. I don't need to be what the men's stereotype is that I need to be constantly strong, powerful in all of these different things. But in reality, we are human beings. What Nino highlighted a while ago is the challenge of mental health right now. A lot of people are struggling right now. And I'm super grateful that you're sharing that. Final words, Neo, for this episode anyway. If you're going to share 3 tips to people and also to your children, they'll probably watch this in the future, or maybe they'll watch that, watching it now. What are the 3 tips that you can give them in creating a loving and safe space for you and also for your family? 3 tips.
3 tips. Siguro uh, first and foremost, love God. Make Him the center of everything of who you are and what you do. Love your family because there's a lot that we have to be thankful for. There's a lot that we have to, we have to give back to our family. There's a lot that we have to gain from our family. It's the backbone. I'm talking about purpose. That is my purpose, right? And the last one probably is love your neighbor. You know, it's it's probably you know the highest purpose that one can get. Is to
Yeah.
invest on not what is earthly. Diba? If you think of it, um, everything that you do is an investment on your heavenly future. And parang problema lang yan dito, lilipas din yan, pare, alam mo yan. But what
Basta may
we are,
gagawin ka.
oo, di ba? Parang, hindi lang may gagawin ka but do as much as you can today. Don't let those small opportunities that you encounter every day pass you by. Diba? Ang
Agree.
daming opportunities to do something, to become a better person, to become a person for others. But sometimes we don't recognize those opportunities and we become too focused on what we're doing. Hindi natin
Correct.
nakikita yung ibang tao, yung mundo. Hindi natin nakikita yung pamilya natin, di ba?
Yeah.
We have to be able to know that not everything is not permanent.
Correct.
Sooner or later, these things will be gone. So you have to appreciate all of those things as you have them today.
Yes. Appreciate the moment. Yung kasi yung challenge, no, ako pinagdaanan ko din to ninyo, no. Now, we live so much in the past, in the future, that we lose sight of the present moment. Changing. If you want to change the future, live in the present. If you want to acknowledge and appreciate the past, live in the moment. Moment. Lahat yan. The moment is where you can make a lasting change. You can create the change. Nino, maraming salamat for this wonderful sharing. I look forward to having a conversation with you again in the future. I'll see you after, in the backstage. Diyan ka lang muna. And let's just take some pictures in there. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Maraming salamat, Nino. Thank you for everyone who's supporting us for Integrate. And whether you are joining us live or watching this on a replay in the future, maraming salamat. Leave your comment and share your thoughts and insights in there. Please don't keep us a secret. Let's help more men in the digital space. Help them out. Share this video. If you get some wisdom, some nuggets in there, please share this. Let's inspire more people. Let's inspire more men na pwedeng mabuhay na masaya. Kaya yan. Let's serve more people. Circulate this video in the digital space. As I close, I'd like to speak to all of the dads out there, to all of the fathers in there who are unsung heroes of the global workforce. There is a lot of competition in the workplace today, working in the world today, and there used to be 10 years ago, di ba? Grabe na ngayon, especially during this pandemic. And there seems to be a never-ending need to stand out to the crowd in this tirelessly pursuit of success. I understand how it's challenging for everyone, but the reality is we're experiencing the great resignation right now. And what we're seeing right now, where not a lot of people are able to see, and I want you to see, with great resignation comes with great opportunity for every worker to start building, that you can build your wealth. You can build your wealth by becoming your own version of your CEO, even if you are employed today. It is possible. I invite you to embark on your journey of becoming a coaching entrepreneur like me, like us. Connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 and map your success path to being a certified co-active co-create life coach. CACC certification program is an international CPD accredited course with 40 CPD unit. And the CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A and a 3-day live business virtual bootcamp with the senior coaching team. And the program also comes with a done-for-you coaching program. So if you want to coach, if you want to create a life-transforming, life-altering profession, and future generations, have a conversation with us. This is the second fastest growing profession or industry in the world today, and I invite you to really join us. Kung gusto natin baguhin yung mundo, it starts with us. Life coaching is truly a 21st century learning experience that is empowering individuals and professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains, thereby increasing their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace and dynamic business environment. Call Coach Rizal 0917-586-1661 to join the live coaching bootcamp. That's going to be this coming September 10th, 17th, and 24th for online learners. I also want to invite everyone who's watching us, join us for the other shows hosted here at TikTok Broadcast. Please follow and subscribe and engage in our social media account at TikTok_TV on Twitter and Instagram, and Think-Talk Broadcast on YouTube. And give us a review. Thank you. I would appreciate that. Give us a review if you're getting some benefit in there. We'll reach out more people in the digital space. For partnership and collaboration, we accept that. Please connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. I'll see you again on the next episode on Integrate. That's going to be on September 3rd, live here at TikTok Broadcast. Your one coaching thought for today is adversity is overcoming anxiety. When you're able to understand where your anxiety is coming from, how it's affecting you, and where it started, you are more in control of the responses, and you are aware of the way you feel, the way you think, and the way you act. Anxiety comes in because we don't know how to respond in a certain way. And that's totally fine. That is part of us. But when you're able to understand, where you're able to get support, sabi ga ni Nino, when you're able to get that helping hand to help you out, you will be eventually go back into the driver's seat of your life. Kasi kaya siya. But, keep in mind that courage is asking and seeking for help. That is what courage is all about. And I want to allow you to raise your hand. If you need help, raise your hand. We'll help you out and help you in the journey of overcoming the adversity that you're experiencing right now. Love heals, safety saves. Be inspired for change. It's possible. My show is called Integrate, and my intention is to rally all of the men out there to rise up and lead the charge for change. It's time for us to ignite the mental abilities of the hearts of men, because I feel that we use our intelligence, our minds so much that we lose sight of the heart. Let's start healing. Let's start integrating our mind, our soul, and our spirit to finally start really living, loving, laughing, learning, and also living a legacy. Kasi lahat naman tayo may legacy, and we want to be able to create a better future for our children's children. And if you want to do that, life coaching will allow you to make that a reality. This is us in the Philippines. Coaches like us think and talk like this. Maraming salamat. This is Coach Shaun, Joya, broadcasting beyond borders to advance life coaching worldwide. Love, bam, boom, love, bam, boom, love, bam, boom. We'll see you again next week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.